Welcome to the Real Film Nerds Podcast.
Welcome to hell, everyone. Well, at least that's what my life has been the past week or two, especially the past few days. But anyways, this isn't hell. This is the Real Film Nerds Podcast. And no Ma Hinshaw this week. It's just going to be me and the OG Mysterious Michael Talent. And we're going to chat about a little film called A Working Man, starring Jason Statham. Mysterious Mike Talent, how's life?
Life's good, dude. But no, this is John Wick, what was the Denzel Washington? The Equalizer.
John Wick Equalizer.
And Taken. Mixed. It's a mashup. It's great, dude.
Well, I don't even want to spoil it, but I'm sitting here looking at the movie poster, and I'm like, there's one thing on the movie poster that we need to talk about, but I'll wait until we're in the spoiler section. So, Mike, your life is going well. Mine has been chaotic. It is continuing to be chaotic. I am sitting in my office in downtown Prescott on a nice, cool Monday night because I don't have a computer set up. I don't have internet at my house. I don't have anything in my house. But I do have electricity and water, so I can at least shower and shave and do all those things. But yeah, moving is not for the faint of heart. I do not recommend it. It's awful.
Yeah, man. Moving sucks. Always has.
Yeah, but it's really bad. So this is the first house I've bought. It is now the first house that I've sold, and I am on to my second home. And Mike, you still are in your first home, aren't you?
Yes, I still in my first home.
Just wait till you have to sell it. It's so much worse than just moving from apartment to apartment. It's so much worse. But anyways, that's for another time.
I anticipate it being not great.
No. And especially with little ones, it's even worse. Thank God I don't have those. I can't imagine doing this to children's. But, God has blessed me with the gift of never being married and never having children. So, awesome.
Yeah, it would be tough with little kiddos, dude. There's so much stuff. And they wouldn't like it, being out.
Oh, dude, element. I got more stuff than both your kids put together.
You do, but the kids are working on it. The kids are working on it. Flynn's getting a solid Lego collection. Good Lord.
Dude, as long as they, you keep being my friend, their collection of Legos and things will continue to go up because I will keep sending them stuff.
All right. Well, let's just say Flynn has got himself, he's becoming a master builder.
Good. He's going to be on that Lego show on Fox soon, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Who knew building Legos could be a career? He could do it, man. I believe in him. Yep.
I'm already setting him up. I'm just sitting, getting little hints. We're learning how to be on camera and stuff so he can do his YouTube,
I like it. Dude, that's what he should do. Oh, dude, there's your $1 million idea, Mike. I want cut in if you start making money. Have him just review Lego sets from a kid's perspective.
That'd be funny. I don't know if I could handle that many amount of Legos, dude.
Just buy a second house. If he gets big enough, just buy him a second house and be like, all right, go to your Lego house.
Okay. Well, I'll tell Mags about it. We'll see what happens.
No, don't tell her I said anything. I want her to still like me.
Okay. All right. Well, Matt, I should probably get to it, huh? Let me do the breakdown of Working Man.
Please, sir.
All right. Here we go. A Working Man was directed by David Ayer. It was written by Sylvester Stallone, David Ayer, and Chuck Dixon, based on a book, Levin's Trade. It's starring Jason Statham, Jason Fleming, Maximilian Osinski? Osinski?
Yeah.
Okay.
Osinski, yeah.
Osinski. Michael Pena, David Harbour, Corky Falco, and Naomi Gonzalez. And Levin Cade left his profession behind to work construction and be a good dad to his daughter. But when a local girl vanishes, he's asked to return to the skills that made him a mythic figure in the shadowy world of counterterrorism.
Well, it's more than that. It was his boss's daughter, but sure.
Yeah, I mean, dude, this is an Amazon movie. I don't know why they don't have a better description.
Yeah, it's a MGM Amazon, right?
Yeah. I don't know. And Amazon owns IMDb, so I don't know. Someone dropped the ball.
Those dirty bastards. Oh, wait, that's not an F-bomb. I can say that. Okay, so, Mike, let's go ahead and ask Ma Hinshaw what her first impression. Oh, that's right. Ma Hinshaw bailed on us because she's too big time for us, Mike.
Oh, yeah. She's still drooling over Jason Statham.
That's what it is. Well, the good news is that she watched it on Thursday night, reviewed it while I was at opening day for the Diamondbacks, and she reviewed it on the radio. She got a whole 10 minutes to talk about it. I talked about baseball, and then I went and watched it on Friday night. And there was a lot of people, man, on Friday night. There was probably 30 people, 40 people in there, which is really good for Prescott. And so I hear that it came out on top on the box office.
Yeah, that's a big sting to the Snow White movie, which is its second weekend. But it dropped drastically in attendance, so I think Disney lost some money on Snow White, this live-action version.
I think they've lost a lot of money on Snow White, and I kind of want to see it just because how bad it is, but I don't want to give them any money.
Okay. Well, I mean, do you have Disney Plus?
Yeah, they already get a lot of money from Disney Plus.
Yeah, man. So you'll see it in like 2 or 3 months. Like this one might be like straight to Disney Plus. They'll just be like, and it's been 14 days. Go.
Done. Next week, Disney Plus, Snow White. Don't watch it.
Maybe. I don't know. They tend to stick to their guns and hold on to stuff for a long time, but maybe not this time.
So, all right, Mike. Well, let's get back. A Working Man. What are your first thoughts?
Man, I had a great time watching this. This was exactly what I wanted it to be, and well, I'll save some stuff for the spoilers. But yeah, I had a good time watching this movie. It was fine.
So I'm going to say I had a good time watching it, but I mean, it wasn't great. I really, really liked Beekeeper last year, which I think was a way better film than this one. I think this one is a little too serious, a little too takeny, and I'll get into the things that I dislike about it in spoilers because I don't want to do it now. But overall, I didn't hate this movie. I didn't love this movie. I thought it was good. I thought it was a decent time. I think 2 hours might have been a bit too much. I think if we could have gotten down to an hour 45, hour 30, it would have been a little bit stronger. But overall, I did enjoy A Working Man. But I don't think it's Statham's best work. Definitely not his best work recently. I hate to keep comparing it to The Beekeeper, but David Ayer also directed that film. And he did such a better job with that film than he did with this one in a couple aspects, but that I will talk about later. But overall, I had a good time. I think it's well worth a watch to go see it in the theaters because it's fun and there's really nothing else out there worth a watch.
Yeah, I mean, if you want a movie of somebody kicking ass and taking names, man, this is it. This is great. Like,
yeah,
this is there's not much to it. It's definitely popcorn flick. But yeah, I think that's pretty much my first impressions. I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. No, I enjoyed it too. I thought it was good. But again, it's not his best work and it's not his worst work. And I'm not criticizing it at all. I'm just saying there were things I liked it. I enjoyed it. I had a good time. Let's just go with that. It's not a bad movie. It's just looking at other things recently, especially from the director and actors and stuff, there's some things, again, I'll get into it, spoilers. So Mike, as you can tell, we're talking a lot. So I think it's
Oh yes. Are you thirsty, Matt? Being in Hell Week, are you drinking some hell of a drink?
I am not drinking a hell of a drink, but was that you asking me what are you drinking today?
Yeah. I was thinking you'd have one of those. What are they called? A Grateful Dead? Is that like the Long Island with the blue or whatever?
I haven't heard of that.
Is it so? Isn't there? I think there's a drink. I think it's called Grateful Dead. Maybe it's called something else, but it's essentially a Long Island. But instead of Coke, they put in the blue Caraco or Curacao or whatever the heck it's called. The blue stuff.
I've heard it pronounced. Dude, I bartended for years. I've heard it pronounced both ways, so I have no clue.
Okay, but whatever that blue stuff is, you put that in there instead of the Coke or whatever.
Yeah, you just get a fifth liquor.
Yeah.
No, but that does sound delightful. No, what's the one that my buddy always talks about? The young kids are drinking it. It's like the don't remember shit or something, or can't remember. I don't know.
What there's a drink called Can't Remember Shit?
It's something like that. Yeah, I'll have to look it up, and it's like literally like just a glass of straight liquor, like all the liquors.
Remember liquid coke? Was it called liquid the cocaine?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was an interesting shot.
There you go.
That was a shot. Yeah.
Goldschlager and Jaeger, right?
Something like that. Yeah, that was not cocaine.
All right. Okay. Well,
but
all right. So cool.
Okay, so I should say what I'm drinking. Okay,
yes.
I'm at my office, and there's no liquor here. I mean, there is liquor here, but I'm not going to admit that I'm drinking any of it. So we have a Starbucks machine, and I don't get coffee out of it. I get the hot cocoa. So I'm having a nice warm cup of hot cocoa because it's cold here again because we're supposed to get snow this week.
Oh, wow. Crazy. I am just drinking a lager, Matt, not even an IPA. And it is a nice cold Yingling.
Oh, dude, I love Yingling. You turned me on to those when I was over there.
Yeah, they're pretty tasty, dude.
I'm shocked. I thought you were going to say, like, I'm drinking the Aldi lager, and it's just called lager.
I think it would be just called lager. I think it is called just lager. Like, it doesn't even say Aldi lager. It just says lager. You're like, what?
Yeah, I'm expecting the Aldi here to open up in Prescott Valley. And, having these fancy beers like the Aldi IPA and Aldi lager and all that shit, it's going to be too high for us here, especially since it's opening up in Prescott Valley. I think what we're going to get is we're going to walk into their liquor section. It's just going to be white cans that just say beer on it.
Nice, like a movie prop. Just like beer.
Beer. And that'll be the Prescott Valley Aldi's liquor section.
This beer tastes funny. Oh, yeah, that's an IPA.
It just says beer. So funny, but... All right, Mike. Well, since Ma Hinshaw is not here to do her job, slacking yet again, and she always gets the phrasing wrong, I will say it appropriately. Mike, what is this week's just incredible dad joke?
I got dad jokes. I don't think they understand, though. Gotta think I'm funny. Other people never laugh, though. Dad jokes.
What is the best part about living in Switzerland?
You mean besides all the hot blondes?
I'm not sure, but the flag is a big plus.
Yep, that's a dad joke for sure. Yep, that's a dad joke.
Bam, nailed it.
All right, Mike, so this next one should be very difficult for you.
Oh, yeah, extremely difficult.
Extremely difficult.
I'm going to go with Michael Pena, I guess, because I loved his character.
Well, I didn't even get to ask you the question.
Oh, yeah, shit. redo. I'll just
redo. I'm not editing it out. This is all staying in. I'm too busy.
All right. Okay. Ask me, Matt.
Mike. So, how does a working man relate to the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
All right, Matt. Well, Michael Michael Pena is in this movie as Joe Garcia, and he was Lewis in Ant-Man, and I think he was in. Wasn't he in the second one too? I think
he was in Ant-Man and Wasp, and he was also in one of the Avengers, I think.
Yeah, he was in something else, but.
Anyway.
And
I think he was in Guardians too.
Yeah. Anyway, he was in a few of them. I'm trying to look right now, but yeah, he was in it. So that was easy. I mean, there's also David Harbour, who's in the MCU, and so there was lots of people. It was fine. It was easy. It was the easy one.
Yeah. So okay. So let's see. I'm looking. He does a lot of stuff, a lot of TV shows too. Ant-Man and Wasp. I don't see anything past that. Oh, he was in Fury. That was a really good movie. I like that movie a lot. And guess what? David Ayer also directed that one too.
Ah, okay. So he's calling up his friends.
Yeah, End of Watch. He was in that one too, and Crash. Anyways, all right, we'll get back off of Michael Pena. Although on his name it says Michael Pena the Third. Now.
Oh, okay.
Born and raised in Chicago.
Nice.
Anyways, I like him. I think he's a great actor. I think his role in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is hilarious. It's hard to watch him do serious roles when he's so good as a comedian.
Yeah. Well, he is good. He was completely underutilized in this movie.
Oh God, yeah.
And I was like, why is he in this movie? I mean, it's fine, but like he could have been so much more, but he's barely in the movie, man. It's almost like a cameo.
Yeah, it was a waste. And that's happened with him before in the past too. I mean, much like the Marvel Cinematic Universe films, he was underutilized in Ant-Man and Wasp. And Ant-Man, he was in it a lot. And Ant-Man and Wasp, not as much, which was shitty. But okay, so just since we're already there, I'll just announce it now. We are in the spoiler section. So, Mike, go ahead, continue our talk about our boy Michael Pena.
Yeah, so Michael Pena, he's just a great actor. Every time I see him in anything, I'm very always like happy to see him. I was just watching. I haven't had a chance to finish it, man. But there's a show called Landman.
Yeah. Oh God, dude, I'm so behind. I want to watch that.
Oh. So good, dude.
Anyway, that's what I've heard.
It's on Paramount.
Millie Bob is amazing.
Yeah,
and John Hamm. Yep.
Yeah, they're awesome. But
it's from our good friends who are at Paramount Plus specifically. But yeah.
Michael Pena is in the first episode. Anyway,
cool.
He was great. Matt, since we're in the spoilers, before I forget, the one thing that got me in this movie was because it's kind of like Taken-y, where there's like a girl and like they're taking her.
Yeah,
for,
it's child trafficking. Yeah,
yeah, human trafficking.
Even though she's not a child, I mean, she is, but she isn't. She's 19, I think.
Yeah,
it's still the same thing.
Yeah, human trafficking, man. Human
trafficking. There you go.
Yeah. But anyway, as a dad now, it hits a little different. These movies when I'm watching, I'm like, oh man. So that makes it a little bit more serious and stuff. But overall, like the movie is, it's kind of a John Wick. Like I said it earlier, it's like a John Wick, Taken, and Equalizer kind of mashup. That's kind of one of the things I wanted to say. And then, like, Matt, what were you going to say about the movie poster? It's probably the same thing I was going to say about the movie poster, but you can say it.
Okay, so we are in the spoilers, so I'm going to start just spoiling the shit out of this. The movie poster touts him running around with a sledgehammer, and he uses it literally just to break the chains off of her hands, and that's it. I thought we were going to get some skull crushing with that shit, like that David Harbour Christmas movie.
That's right. Yeah. No, we didn't, and yeah, so it's very misleading, that poster. One thing I will say that I liked about the movie was the girl that's being human trafficked was fighting the whole time to get free.
Oh, dude, that was fantastic. I mean, she did not lay down. Yeah, I loved it. It was great because that's what they would have done. She just kept fighting and fighting and fighting, and I thought that was great. I thought it made it a lot more realistic.
Yeah, I thought so too, where she's trying to do stuff, she's trying to get away. She got away, and then like get caught by the crooked cops, like, oh man.
Yeah.
But
you find out that the cops are dirty, which, yeah, that makes even more sense.
Yeah, but I really liked that she just kept fighting. Like, she didn't give up. She was just constantly doing stuff to make it hard. So
yep, not once, man. I thought that was a fantastic representation of the film for sure. She did a really good job. A fairly unknown actress, but I think she did a very good job. What was that? Nomi Gonzalez.
Yeah. No, I think was that Ariana Rivas?
Or is that Ariana Rivas?
I think it's Ariana Rivas. I think Naomi Gonzalez is one of the kidnappers. No, Carla Garcia. No, she's one of the family.
Yeah, I think that's Pena's wife.
Oh, okay.
That's where I'm getting mixed up. No, the kidnapping woman is Eve Moreau, Mauro.
Oh, okay, yeah, Artemis. Yeah,
Artemis. Yeah. But anyways, okay. So you want to know my biggest gripe with this film that I'm very disappointed in? Speaking of, John Wick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, well, another one too is David Harbour was also underutilized, just like Michael Pena.
Oh yeah, terribly. I mean, I like both like their characters from what I got, but
great characters.
Not much out of them. Like David Harbour's character was awesome. He's like a war buddy, which you don't know too much what happened, but they call him. Didn't she say he's called Hand Grenade?
Something like that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, his name was Gunny Lefferty.
Gunny, yeah.
Yeah, and Gunny's usually gunnery sergeant.
Yeah. So anyway,
they served together, and he was blind, and I don't remember why he was blind, but it's clearly from one of their tours of something.
Yeah.
So
some sort of combat.
But yeah, it was. I liked that character, and I would have liked to have seen more of him, and I would have liked to see more of Michael Pena. But that's not my biggest complaint. My biggest complaint of the whole freaking thing was the way the action sequences were shot until the end. The end, massive, insane action sequence, I think was pretty good. But leading up to it, it was all really tight, really fast, really quick edits, and it just looked like shit, and I got dizzy.
Oh, okay.
It was not very John Wick-like at all. It was not Beekeeper-like at all, and that was all thanks to the editing and the directing. It was just not good until the end. And then, okay, explain this one to me too, Mike. Why the fuck is the moon so gigantic in those end scenes? I mean, that moon is huge, dude.
I was like, when I first saw the the moon, I think when the girl is escaping, you see the moon. I'm like, what is going on? Like that thing is like, it looks like we're in imminent death. Like it's coming.
Yeah.
Like
it's crashing into us, and it doesn't move the whole time. It stays in the same spot.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I have no idea what was up with that.
That was weird.
Yeah, another thing I enjoyed about the movie, but also, I mean, it's at the end, but I enjoyed him climbing up the ladder of the different tiers of people. I thought that was cool. Like the different.
Well, that reminded me of Payback.
Of like Russian. Oh yeah, that is kind of like Payback, I guess. But like, oh yeah, You don't want the money? No, I don't want the money. You did this for a life? That you're right. That is very payback-esque.
Yeah, because he just keeps murdering his way up the top of the chain in the mafia, and he doesn't care.
Yeah. Yep.
That's payback. That's Mel Gibson all day long, man.
Yeah, yeah.
That was a great movie too.
Yeah. No, but like, so that was fun to see. But at the very end, I didn't really like how they were like, listen, you can't do revenge. And it's like, because he was still alive. I didn't understand why they left him living too, because they had to have seen him. He was standing right out there.
Yeah, that was very strange about how they just let him go. And the mafia boss even said, just let him go because he got what he wanted, leave him alone. And I just...
Yeah, and the weird thing was, I think he just killed that mafia's boss's kids too. The weird people that had all the ammo and like the giant guns.
Oh, do you think that was his kids? I thought that was just his minions.
I think those were his kids, man. I don't know. It's not clear.
Huh.
But the other guy's kids were also weird, so I just kind of thought it was more kids.
I don't know, dude. They're clearly all related in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. I don't know. And then, like, when he pushes the one guy's into the water and the van sinks, unless somebody saw that, if the van went all the way underwater, they wouldn't have found those bodies for a while.
No, not for a long while. Yeah.
So,
although it's funny how deep that river was, so close to the shore.
Correct. So I don't know, man. We got giant moons and some weird stuff. Was it as good as Beekeeper? Probably not. But I mean,
well, it's your opinion, dude. My opinion is no. I liked Beekeeper a lot more.
Yeah. But those bee puns were just so awesome.
Well, okay. The other thing too is Beekeeper, you felt really good when they were murdering the bad guys because taking advantage of those people. This, I kind of felt good about them murdering the bad guys because they were, human trafficking. But I didn't get that gratification like I did in Beekeeper.
That's true. No. But I did appreciate Jason Statham's like relentlessness at going after him, like just going balls to the wall. So that was cool.
Oh, the other thing I really liked? The final scene he was using the M14. Classic battle rifle.
Oh. Yeah.
And then he pays respect to it by leaving it at the scene. And he's like, I'm just saying goodbye to an old friend. That was awesome. Because that's, not AR-15, but the M16, the civilian, AR-15, all that stuff. Like, that's pretty much what everybody thinks of. But the M14, that was truly the battle rifle of the Vietnam War, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's... Nowadays, most of the time they use them for a lot of snipers use them because they're so accurate at long distance.
Yeah, well, that has the bigger round, doesn't it?
It does, yes. And it's not as nice on your shoulder.
Right.
AR-15s are not super nice on your shoulder either, but...
Gotcha. Yeah, so... I guess, Matt, I think we can do our ratings, dude, and do you have Ma Hinshaw's cookies?
Oh God, no! I'm gonna wait until you do yours first because it'll spoil everything. And she ruined our rating system, but go for it, Mike. Mike, how many reels do you give A Working Man starring Jason Statham, written by Sylvester Stallone?
I give this 3.5 reels. I had a pretty good time with it. Like we said, there's a few things, but overall, man, it was a good watch. It was a fun action movie. It's good to see Jason Statham kicking ass, taking names.
So, Mike, I also give it 3.5 reels, and now I wavered big time between 3.5 and 4, just mostly because of Ma Hinshaw and what she rated it on Friday, and it totally threw me off going into the film. That's why I don't like doing that shit or reading that stuff.
Oh,
But
okay.
I give it 3.5. I thought it was good. I thought it was decent. Well worth a watch. Well worth seeing in the theaters. It's what's out, and it's the only thing that's worth spending $10 or $15 on seeing. I wouldn't spend that money for anything else right now.
Okay. Well, what did she rate it?
So Ma Hinshaw broke our rating system, and I told her she's wrong. But she gave A Working Man 4 3/4 reels.
What? She can't do that.
Right. It's 4.5 or 5. Like, why did they lose a quarter point? She's like, well, there's no nudity and there's no 6-pack abs. This is my 83-year-old mother talking about nudity and 6-pack abs. How dare she?
She misses the 80s and 90s movies where action was action.
Yeah.
And boobs were everywhere. And
We need the boobs.
It was just different time.
It was a better time. I mean, there was boobies everywhere.
There sure were.
The 80s. All right, Mike. Well, hopefully this next film that we're talking about next week will have lots of boobies in it. Why don't you introduce us to what we're going to review next week, since it was your pick?
All right. Well, we're going to review An Electric State. It is a streaming movie from Netflix. So,
just came out a couple weeks ago, right?
Yep, just came out a couple weeks ago, March 14th. It's about
It looks like it stars everybody.
Yeah, an orphan teen hits the road with a mysterious robot to find her long-lost brother, teaming up with a smuggler and his wise Kraken sidekick. So, we'll see what this one's about, Matt, but it looks like it could be fun. I mean, the only other movie that's coming out is kind of a kids movie, Minecraft. And although I love Jack Black and stuff, I think we're going to skip it.
No, dude, that movie looks like it's crap. It looks like it's so bad. Minecraft, it looks really bad. Jason Momoa's in it, though, so Mom will be mad about that. Maybe she'll go see it and tell us about it.
Oh, she probably already has tickets, dude.
I bet she does.
She bought those 3 months ago.
But Mike, did you see who directed The Electric State? They haven't directed a movie for a while.
Oh, the Russo brothers?
Yep.
Oh, man. Well, this will be an interesting movie, I think.
Yeah, this is what they went to after Marvel, I guess.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
That explains Chris Pratt and Woody Harrelson and all the people that worked for them in the past.
Yep, that does. Well, that's all I have to talk about, Matt. You got anything?
Oh, I got so many things, but I think I'm done, and I'll save it for the radio tomorrow.
Okay. Well, thanks everybody for listening. Make sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter /X. And, or should I say XAI now? Now it's real confusing. Anyway, that's fine.
Jesus, that's too many letters, Mike. Make it stop.
Okay. Yeah, it's TXXAI. All right, anyway. We'll catch you on the next pod. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Thank you for listening to The Real Film Nerds. Now, don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Real Film Nerds. Now, go out and catch a movie.